Today, we are looking at why you should work till age 7. There is a technicality here. In Canada, just like the entire Western world, retirement age in Canada is as per government regulation. Technically, at 65, you can retire with the full benefits from where you are not penalized for collecting your P, which you would have contributed, which stands for Registered Retirement Savings. At age 65, you can retire and start collecting from your RRSP contributions without any penalty from the government. However, the technicality here is for you to fully benefit the Canada Pension Plan, which is C, which will also contribute in Canada for those who are outside. In order for you to have the full benefits of this CPP, Canada Pension Plan, the earlier you start, the less you get. Technically, they are incenting you to start collecting it at age 70. They are telling you in a very indirect way, stop collecting your CP now. You only get the maximum at this age 7. When collecting CP starting early means you are settling for less. While waiting will boost your payments for life. PP, Canada Pension Plan. For those who are watching outside, here is what we do: is you start working as from age 18. There are people in Canada who start working as early as 60. Some kids start working this like grocery store jobs. But if you start as from 18, the employer deducts certain amount from your paycheck that goes into Canada Pension Plan. This plan here, we contribute to the Canada Pension Plan, to the government. You can start collecting it as from age 60, or you can delay up to age 65. And technically, they want you to wait up to age 70 so that they can give you the full benefits. There is a little bit of bonus we are going to look in as from what age you start and what are the implications of you starting either at 60 or at 70. If you start at 60, payment drops by 0.6%. So these payments are for life. That means for the rest of your life, if you live up to 100, there are people who are living up to 100. Alan Greenspan, the former Fed chair, recently just passed away at age 100. There are people who are living to be 100. If you start at age 60, that means your payment will drop by 0.6% for the rest of your life until you're 120 years of age and then you pass away. That means it also drops for whoever surviving spouse you are going to leave behind. Claiming CPP at 60, payments drop by 0.6% for each month before age 65, up to the total of 36%. This reduction applies to the amount which you will be received at age 65 based on your contribution. Say, for example, if you were entitled to $1,000 a year at age 65, now you decide to collect it at 60. That means this amount will drop to 640. And this amount is now locked in until you pass away, until you rest in peace at age 120. This amount doesn't increase. Once it drops, that's the amount you are going to get for the rest of your life. That's how unfair the situation is. The message we are receiving is work until age 70. We are going to look at it. We are going to see how it works out. If you wait until age 70, you bonus 42. Delaying CPP until age 60, increase your amount up to 0.7%. For each month you wait. Each month you wait, you are increasing 0.7%, 0.7%. Each month you wait until you get to age 65. Each month you wait until age up to age 70 will boost to 42. Delaying your CPP beyond age 65 leads to a permanent monthly increase of 0.6%. If you hold off until age 70, that adds up to 42 boost. $1,000 monthly benefit grows up to be $1,420 by the age 70 for life. At age 65, you are entitled to $1,000. Now you wait until age 70, you are going to receive this amount. But with these figures, ladies and gentlemen, we are assuming you contributed the maximum amount This amount does not decrease once the payment starts. This amount, that means if you're entitled to this, you start collecting CPP and now at 70 and you start getting this amount. That means until you become deceased at age 120, I want everybody to live up to 120, gentlemen. You watching, you want you to live until age 120. If you start collecting, that means this amount will not decrease until you rest in peace at 120 years. Maximum CPP payment at 65 is this one. Maximum CPP benefit at 65 is 1,433. This maximum only if you were contributing maximum amounts each and every year from age 8 until 65. Many Canadians average around 844 because most of them did not contribute the maximum amount. Most of them, even those who were born here, let alone some of us who came here as adults. We started contributing recently, and then by the time we reach 70, we haven't contributed that much, and probably will get like 600 a month. And even contributions, base lifetime earnings, and adjusted to inflation, CPP replaces only 25% to 30% of your income. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't replace much. Of course, it can help you. We are assuming that by the time you get to 65, especially those who were born here and raised here, you have a fully paid house, you have no kids in school, you have no dependents, and it's just you and your wife, or if both of you are still alive or are still together, and you are only replacing 25% of your income. It's also adjusted to rate of inflation. So in that context, it only replaces 25 to 33% of your income. That's the problem with this. It doesn't make you live a comfortable life, but at least it alleviates some of the financial woes, the financial worries you might have at age 60, age 70. If you have everything paid up, no kids in school, nothing much, no fancy life, at least it will cover your groceries. If you still have a car payment at that time, it will cover your payment. To cover the insurance for your car, it will put gas in your car. That's it. Just before we continue, for those who are in Ontario, so any subscription we get to this channel, this channel contributes to Feed Ontario. Right, let's continue with CPP. If you are going to wait, if you are going to hold off, it pays off. Only if you are expecting to live longer. If you are expecting to live longer, hold off. Unfortunate thing, we all don't know when we are going to die. It can be tomorrow, it can be any day, but I think from my own position, if you can have other means of living or continue working, it's better off to hold on until age 70. Many Canadians can't afford to delay CPP until age 70. Even math shows higher lifetime benefits. But the reasons which they can't afford to delay CPP is, so if you lose your job and you are about 60 years old, would you be like on an unemployment line looking for another job? And the poor health. If your health sometimes, by the time we get to 50, we have 2-3 prescriptions which you take every day, and you have sometimes even 4, 5, 6. You have a heart, you have this valve which needs to be opened, you have surgeries. So poor health and also limited savings. People don't save. People consume their money. People live paycheck to paycheck. No savings much. As of last year, 2025, the average CPP was $844 per month. That was the only amount. CPP doesn't pay that much. So if you can continue to be able to work, if you are in good health and good shape, just continue to work. And challenges of working till age, and of course age. You'd find some people who come over to you and say, when are you to retire? They think that is an innocent question, but it borders around ageism. It has some overtones in it. And that means, oh, you are old, get away from here. They are insinuating that you are old, get away from here and leave this workplace for the young and energetic. Challenges of working till age 70. We have ageism. We have emotional and physical toll of staying employed. It's outweighs the promised financial gains. As I said, people would come to you and say, when I have to retire, healthy is a major factor. As I said, by the age of 50, people in Canada and the United States, they are on 2 to 3 to 4 prescriptions every month, taking high blood pressure medication, sugar, diabetes, they are taking metformin. They'll be taking numerous medications. Health is a major factor which determines the time you can start collecting CPP benefits. Certain people, when they start having medical issues, like some of them, depending with the type of job, some of them will start having knee problems, will start having back problems. Life expectancy in Canada is 8 years old, but the people fall short of this. They don't get to this because of hardships, stressful life, and illness. I know a lot here in Canada, in his 70s or 80s, we're fighting some form of cancer one way or the other. King's P very lowers both your payment and lowers your payment, the beneficiary. Be making to your surviving spouse, because when you are gone, your P is passed over to your surviving spouse, your wife or your husband, until also he or she's gone. Then the payment stops. That means if you have a wife who is 45 years and you are 75, you die, and then the benefits are going to be passed over to your wife until she also passes away, until she is deceased. CPP payments count as taxable income. The government taxes P. Collecting CPP while you are working pushes you into a higher tax bracket. If you are working, if you still have a job and you are 65 or 70, it's better to hold off, just leave it. That's paying too much taxes. Wait until you have what? Stopped working. Or age 70. There is this gentleman, when I went back to school, the gentleman who was a professor when I was taking the business course in marketing, he told the students that his father worked until he was 76. But unfortunately, he only stopped when he was diagnosed with brain cancer and then lived 2 years. He was using that story as to inspire students to start investing early, as soon as they go into the workplace, not to work until old age, because he lamented that his dad did not live to enjoy retirement, did not live to enjoy freedom of retirement, freedom of life. He worked himself to death. You can delay collecting P until age 70 and you rely on workplace pension, RRSP, tax-free savings account, or at a part-time, you work a little bit part-time, 2-3 days a weekend. You partially enjoy your retirement. Here in Canada, we also have called old age security. Old age security begins at 5 regardless of when you claim CPP. If you claim CPP at 60, you are not entitled to claim old age security. It can only start at 65. But say if you delay up to 7, then you can now collect them both. Old age security is there to complement Canada pension plan. The maximum old age security is this amount, $734.95. That is from age 5 to 7. And for people, it increases who are over 75. You collect this 8. These are all in Canadian dollars. Now, if you add them both together, there isn't much income here. There is that, you can do the arithmetic. I come from a very high mathematical background, so adding numbers I normally is arithmetic, although people say the math is more complex than just adding 2 numbers. You add this and that. These are the maximum amounts. I don't know whether old age security takes into account how much you contributed to CPP, although maybe it does disregard. I'll have to research on that one a little bit in the next video. But however, these are the only amounts. Say if you claim it, if you are 65, old age security started. Now, if you are between 65 and 74, you only claim $734.95. That's how much you can claim old age security. At age 65, it increases to $808.45. That's for old age security. As I have said, ladies and gentlemen, the government of Canada requires you to work until age 7 so that you can reap the rewards. You can harvest the benefits of holding off, that these amounts will increase. Your CPP will increase. You get in better shape. If you are below age 70, try and have enough savings. Contribute a lot. So for you people who are still young and are still entering the workforce, start investing. Rely that at 65 I'll collect CPP. Start investing wisely. Know what you're doing, of course. You contribute to RSP. Put the maximum. Have tax-free savings account in order to hold off from CPP. I'm saying contribute maximum to RSP. Have a tax-free savings account. Use other investment vehicles like banks to offer some registered retirement income. You can invest with the banks in their mutual funds. If they have a track record, you always monitor. They send you monthly statement. They monitor how the fund is doing. And also you can invest on the stock market for your own. And when you have a workplace that wants you to contribute to pension, contribute maximum pension, so that you are not eagerly waiting to collect CPP. In closing, when to take CPP depends with your financial and personal situation, not just the numbers. Some people prefer to wait, to hold off until age 70. Because it depends whether you have debts, your housing cost, and family needs, and what sort of retirement you need to have, you want to have. Some prefer to start as early as 60, and some people want to hold off until age 70. I had a gentleman at one time, he was working part-time, a few days a week, and he was 60, and he had already started collecting CPP. I asked him why, and he said, I don't know when I'm going to die. I might die tomorrow. I might just collect some money and enjoy it. So collecting CPP depends with your financial and personal situation, not just the numbers. It depends whether you are in debt, you owe money to some financial institutions, housing cost, family needs, and what kind of retirement you want. Some people prefer start collecting it at 60, while others prefer to hold off until age 70. We thank you for watching this video right to the end. We suggest that if you can hit the subscription button and also turn on the notification. I just thought I could just add Canada pension plan as part of your financial well-being. Is it finance? We are committed to improve your financial situation. We thank you for watching this video right to the end. Please keep on supporting this channel.